We're here with the all-new Honda Prelude, fully electric, David Chow Automotive Press, here at the Tokyo Mobility Show, the Japan Mobility Show, formerly Tokyo Motor Show. And we did not expect the Prelude necessarily to come back after more than 2 decades. So.
And having grown up in Japan and also in Vancouver, Canada, where Prelude was a hot item, wow, this is amazing. We're getting the Prelude back. At least the name is coming back.
The name's coming back. We don't know really anything about this car other than the name.
Yes.
And it's probably going to make it to production. Honda's a little tight-lipped, of course, but we don't know if it's going to be front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. All we know is that it's battery electric concept.
It is fully electric, so if you're hoping for gasoline-powered Prelude, it's not going to happen, but we're still happy, right?
Very happy.
What do you think of the front designs here?
Yeah, let's start with the front. Well, you and I were talking how this slopes down very aggressively. Reminds us of a few cars already on the market, mainly from the Toyota end.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting a little Toyota Crown, maybe a little Toyota Prius, and the lights are a little bit Civic, but I also see Prius, as you mentioned, as well.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the design. It looks great, but I kept telling Kirk, I'm sorry, but it doesn't look like a Honda product. It just has so much of the Prius / Crown look, and even though this kind of clamshell design is a trendy thing right now, I was kind of hoping that they'll do something a little bit different, but I like the side profile better though, Kirk.
Yeah, the side profile is great. We have a strange LED in the front, but I don't think that'll make it to production. As we come to the side, we start to get an idea of how much carbon fiber is, at least on this concept. Don't know how much carbon fiber we would see in a production model, but maybe we can get our hopes up because it looks really nice here.
Yeah.
It's at the very edge and very bottom of the front bumper. Of course, we have this blue Brembo brake setup. Yeah,
and
what are these, 19?
I
haven't even looked. Oh, these are 20s.
Yeah,
these are 20s. Like the Civic Type R we saw yesterday, I think is 19-inch wheels.
19, yeah.
These are 20s, glossy black, and then David, go ahead and take it on from back there.
Well, I'm tempted to bring my little gauge and measure the gaps, right? I'm not supposed to do that, but obviously this is a handcrafted concept car, no point in measuring it. But I do have to admit, the design is good, and if you notice, they tried to make the edge line up with the V of the headlight here, so that it's not so obvious.
Yeah.
And then they're smart enough to know that if you make these contours too complicated, later on the manufacturing is difficult, so that you notice that it's actually quite a smooth transition from here to here. And I like the fact that you still get a bit of this angled look, which gives a bit of a Honda Accord V6 coupe from
previous
the
generation. Mid to late 2000s.
Right, a little bit of that vibe.
Yeah.
And like Kirk said, I really like the sloping design.
Yes, and that's where I feel like it looks very different from any Honda that I can think of.
Yeah.
This really elongated rear portion behind, almost NSX maybe.
Little bit, I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
The door handle sucks in. Again, carbon fiber there at the bottom. And this little inlet here reminds me of what we see in the Civic Type R, just kind of shrunken down a little bit.
And you get a long rear hatch here with a carbon fiber roof. And what about the rear? What do you think of the back, Kirk?
I haven't seen the back yet, so let's go ahead and get back there. Now, the continuation carbon fiber, the roof's fully carbon fiber as well, the mirrors, this rear wing is as well. And it's a light bar in the back. Light bar, everyone's doing light bar. So it looks a little Prius, looks a little
Lexus,
Crown, RZ as well. Like there's...
Yeah, so I again, you know what? Great to have the Prelude name back.
Yeah,
I love the
looks awesome.
Something that looks like similar to what they used to do in terms of the font.
Yeah.
But once again, it doesn't look like a Prelude to me in the back. It looks too generic. But I guess hopefully they get enough feedback. Maybe they'll make some changes to design. But give us the Prelude a little bit more of a retro look. That's what I was hoping.
No pop-up headlights, huh?
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
From the 3rd generation.
Compare that to the Mazda, right? Mazda.
They did do the pop-up headlights with the Mazda Sport concept.
Now we can't see the inside at all, I don't think. So that's gonna be a little bit tricky.
And one last thing is we're sitting from behind here. We get, the rear hips. Hondas typically they're not rear-wheel drive cars, so it's almost like Honda's designing this with the more elongated rear portion to be more rear-wheel drive bias.
I think so. It does have a little bump, like it's coming out like a shoulder on both sides, so you get a bit of the muscular look, and maybe that's a bit of a reminiscent of an older Prelude, had a bit of a
maybe the first gen or something like that.
First gen had that,
So, and this looks like not a liftback. This looks like a
That's true.
coupe sedan.
It could be a coupe sedan.
Because you have a trunk.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Actually, engineering-wise, here to here is too long. So actually, this wouldn't open.
That wouldn't open.
It can't.
Right.
It cannot because this is too long.
It's too big. Yeah.
So that means it's actually a coupe. It is a true coupe.
It's a true coupe.
Yeah. So this is going to open this way. Again, concept car. You never know what happens to real design.
Exactly.
Later on, but yeah, man. We don't know anything about the battery capacity or electric motor. Nothing. No information.
Details. You know, I'm almost positive this will come out as a production car, very similar to the looks here. When I first saw it, it looked production ready, honestly.
Looks kind of
out of all
ready.
the concepts here at the Japan Mobility Show, this is one of the most ready for the showrooms, as well as the Afeela over there as well, which Honda's working with Sony on.
Now we don't know the platform either, so
we don't know where it would be made, Japan or North America. There's a lot of questions.
I don't think it'll be the one that's shared with General Motors, the Ultium platform. I think this is their own platform, I think. So let's hope so anyway, because Honda needs to create its own platform, right?
And their performance is unique to Honda, so I think they would try to keep the Prelude out of the hands of anyone else.
I think so too.
It's too sacred for them.
You know what? We can see a little bit of the inside.
You can see a little bit in the inside. Can
really
I get this camera real quick? Thanks, Chief.
But it kind of looks like a Honda, not Honda, sorry. Looks a little bit like a Civic design. Obviously, this is very much a concept.
And there's like an S button, almost like a Type S button in there. I see. But yeah, it's really. I'm sure it's the armrest in there is actually taken from a Civic.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're right. So they might be sharing some components with other models. Carbon fiber here as well.
There you go. Thanks.
My hands are always running toward the gaps here, Kirk.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It looks good.
Yeah, it's getting a lot of inspiration. I think it does have a unique look, but it has a familiar look. But not necessarily for Prelude models, but
that's true.
Maybe for other Honda. I'm getting Civic and SX at times as well.
So the big question is, would they introduce a Prelude Type R, which never existed before?
They should do it, and it would be easy to do with electrification.
Yeah, exactly.
Super
just
easy.
Boost the power up, and
put a different motor in it.
So cool. If they did that, I don't care about the design. I'll be happy. I don't know if I will buy it or not, but. Maybe you need to cancel your Prius and buy the Prelude instead. Yeah,
as long as there's seats in the back, I can fit the kiddos back there.
You can fit them in somehow.
All right.
Yeah, what do you think? Anything else to add here, Kirk?
Probably later, but right now I feel like since we have no information, all we're doing is speculating and just talking about what we see here. Looks ready for production. Hopefully we get it sooner rather than later.
And just to give you a little bit of a glimpse, there's another concept car right here, by the way. We're not gonna do a walk around there, but a little cute vehicle that kind of looks like a Mini,
it's like the city is reborn.
Yeah, that's true. That one's really cute. I like that design. It's really cute.
It's kind of like the Honda E, but a little bit more retro.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that this will evolve over time before it becomes production. Give us a bit of a retro Prelude look and feel, but either way, just like Integra, we're happy to have the nameplate back. We're excited for this, excited for the Japan Mobility Show. Still so much coverage. It's going to keep on coming for many weeks to come. I'm going to convince Kirk to just move here with me for a couple months and we can forever talk about Japanese cars. What do you think, Kirk?
Let's do it. One day.
Okay, all right. So I'm supposed to say peace out.
Yeah, see you guys. Peace.